All right. Welcome back to a long overdue episode of Tyler and I building our SaaS company in public.
Took the summer off.
Yeah, we had a lot going on. We've been building and growing. And honestly, on Fridays, we were just at the point where it's like we got to get a couple more things done rather than record a video. So this is going to be fun times. And so I told Tyler, we literally hopped on the call and I said, okay, let's just click record. And Tyler's like, we'll have to edit a lot.
But when was the last time we did one of these?
It's been a month, I think, at least.
Been over a month? Okay.
Yeah. So lots have been going on, but I want to jump off and give you a sneak peek, Tyler, of something I've been working on and get your honest feedback. Okay. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Let me share my screen. All right. It's a small sneak peek. You got a fun little logo right here. And then you have Meet Your Content Sidekick. Micah helps transform every teammate into a content superhero. And then as you scroll down, all of the content comes together in Micah. And then it goes down, and there's your small sneak peek.
It's so beautiful. It's cool, huh? It's like a professional website. It's like taking it to the next tier. You know, we got like startup level website where we're not willing to spend any money for a professional firm to do it. And then there's like next level where Ben does it. And that's like Ben's the consultant now.
Honest opinion of the website so far, though, and all that.
I like it. I actually do like it. Are we planning on changing brand colors with it? I saw the brand colors being different.
The theme of the thing was yellow.
Okay.
But the professional looking website is me buying a $70 theme or $80 theme. And like, I actually found one that I think fits. So I have no idea. We'll have to figure that out. It's an easy change to make. This whole theme, luckily with Webflow, it's just like one color variable for everything. So if we wanted to, we could throw in anything. So we'll see. I actually really like it, but I don't know if we want to change anything on that line.
Yeah, no, I like it. It wouldn't be the first time that we bought design at our company, right? I think that's, you and I are not designers. I'm a very technical person. I feel like I have an eye for design. Like I can look at an existing design and say, I don't like it, or it needs a tweak here or there. But if you just throw a blank page in front of me, oh man, I am so lost. Like it's just not the way I work. There's people that are so good and so intelligent and so capable of doing that, and I am just not. I can react to things, but I can't create them. So I don't know, when we started our app, now it's iterated very far since then, but we bought kind of a pre-configured theme for our app too, right? And kind of had that as our starting point. Saved us a lot of time there.
Yeah.
And we've made a lot of iteration on it since, but saved us a ton of time up front. So that was a wise decision. But yeah, so it's not the first time we've bought design at our company.
But yeah, it won't be the last. It's just
be the last.
One day we'll have a designer, but for now,
eventually I want to have a full-time designer.
Yeah. Someone, I don't know. I just like doing things a little bit differently when I can. And on that whole website is like bold colors. You know, I really like the theme. Most people are going to have no idea what MyCA is. And honestly, that's part of the sneak peek. You'll find out eventually what MyCA is and all that kind of good stuff. But
freaking amazing. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be freaking sweet.
So get hyped, everybody. Get hyped, listeners.
But I think it's pretty cool. So and what do you think about the messaging? Like meet your content sidekick and turn everyone into a content superhero. Honest opinion.
I like it. It kind of invalidates the name, but
Micah, my content assistant.
Yeah.
I don't think it does, but I think I think there can be meaning behind Micah, but I still think there's a lot of, I mean, I don't think it has to be on the nose, like contentsidekick.com or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure every sidekick domain under the sun is taken, you know, anyways. Yeah. So,
but no, I like it. It kind of emphasizes what we're eventually shooting for there, which is augmenting people, making people better, not replacing people.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I like it.
That's my sneak peek. We've been building though. We've been building and growing. I'm excited for stuff. We got content boards coming out soon. How are you feeling on that? What are you thinking? And maybe do you want to share a little explanation for anyone watching?
Yeah, we have quite a few features in beta. So we kind of have a lot of moving parts right now, and they're kind of all coming together to a nice cohesive whole. But our last really big feature was kind of HubSpot, right? And then our integration there. And then, but we've had a lot of our customers have requested kind of this concept of a landing page. Right now, Masset is an excellent sales enablement digital asset management tool that allows you to search for things, right? And right now we mostly just drop people into the search. And most companies that we work with have categorized things by tag, search term, whatever. And our search is really intuitive and easy so that you can find it that way. But there's still occasionally kind of these curated use cases, right? It's like, hey, we are having a unique campaign for the next quarter, or hey, you're onboarding, you have no idea what you even should be searching for. So they kind of want, some of our customers mentioned, hey, it'd be nice to have kind of like these onboarding or landing pages that can have. So that's kind of what Boards is. It's not meant to replace something like Notion, where Notion's like a full-fledged wiki, or all the other ones that are out there to like knowledge management. Maybe eventually we get into something like that years down the road, but that's not our bread and butter today. So these are really, they're customizable pages, but they're really meant for kind of just creating a landing spot for content, right? So baked into that is kind of like dynamic collections. Because what you don't want is to create these pages and have people assign, like, have to go and update the assets on every page every time anything changes. And so we kind of have our own little spin on these pages and boards that, as assets are assigned to them, they're automatically updated. The content of them, the preview of them, all of that dynamically changes anytime the content's updated or refreshed. And so it's always up to date. So we feel like that's going to be a nice little win for our customers that are we have noticed quite a few of them have these intranet pages that they're kind of sending people to. And from those internet pages, they were linking to Masset and linking to assets. This kind of gets rid of that intermediate step. So that is in beta right now. That's coming real soon. With that, like I said, it kind of encompasses a lot of features, including collections, and a few other things, improvements with it. So lots of fun stuff there. And hopefully, I think the next step is we're going to hopefully try and bake that into our Slack integration, into our HubSpot integration, so that those boards can be kind of dynamically rendered in whatever area that you're consuming content, right? So that's kind of our big spiel, is we want people to consume where they live. So doing it inside of Masset's one thing, but we want people to do it inside of HubSpot, inside of Slack, and all that good stuff. So that's what we've been working on the product side for, I don't know, the last month or so, right? Like that's kind of been the heads down project that we're working on, coming up on it real soon here. We got a few integrations also that we're shipping, which for our customers are kind of fun. We had a Notion integration. We have an Intercom integration coming soon. We had a Google Workspace integration. Lots of fun stuff, but lots going on. Lots of product shipping. So it's been a month, and I feel like that's a lot to dump in a single month of time, but we've been moving. So.
Yeah, it's been good. And then on my side, outside of, customers, onboarding, sales, all that kind of stuff, I have been doing what we call wow interviews. And it's really a part of the lean startup philosophy where you interview people and see how much they do or don't like a set of features. And we're really trying to build this discipline into the business where before we come up with an idea and then just go ahead and build something, if it is a major shift like Micah that you got the sneak peek for, we try to interview people and get their honest gut reactions on functionality and features. And we have an internal threshold that if it doesn't get above a certain score on average, then it needs refinement or it needs to be completely thrown away. And if it's above it, we know, and then we can also, prioritize the things that we need to build. So it's kind of fun to be in that space, to be kind of giving people both a sneak peek, but also getting their honest opinions. The other really cool benefit about these interviews, we have gotten so many ideas about what these new features and products should do that our version 1 is going to be better than what would have been like a version 3 had we 100%. Not gotten this up front.
Yeah.
And so I think it's one of the coolest things. And honestly, for any business that isn't doing that, it's highly recommended. I think it's one of the most useful things I could spend my time doing, talking to people in our target audience on an almost daily basis and picking their brains about what they care about, what they feel like would add value and what wouldn't, and being honest with ourselves and not letting ourselves feel like we know everything, and letting our ICP ultimately make the final decision, because they're going to make the final decision with their wallets and their budgets if they purchase us or not, and if they stick with us or not. So we might as well get their opinion up front. So
yeah. And I've always loved this approach. It's kind of this dual input system that we have. Like, we love our customers and we value their input extensively, right? And we make a ton of improvements to our platform based off of our current user set and our current customers, right? But when it comes down to it, like oftentimes the market input or the market feedback is slightly different than your customer feedback, right? Because your customers bought you to do a job. And when they bought you to the job that you were already doing at that time, right? And so they want improvements to that job. They want to, maybe bleed off into certain areas. But there's a whole nother market out there of potential buyers that are saying, hey, I see what you do, but it's not really for me. What I really need is X, or I really need Y solved, right? And so it's kind of like I love having the input on both sides of that. Like it truly kind of puts a more concrete measure on that whole, Henry Ford, if people asked me what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse or whatever kind of mentality. Because like our customers really help us make us better in our current form. Then these market research wow tests really help us determine what's the next step, right? Like what's the next thing that we're not thinking about, because all of these people have so many ideas that we don't even think about. We're like, oh yeah, that would be really cool to do. I hadn't even thought about that. So I love the dual input that we get there. So if you're a startup and you're struggling to know where to go next, just go and do these product interviews. Like go and ask people. I think we ask a lot of questions, but like we always start with like, what is the number one problem that you're trying to solve right now, right? And we kind of take that, and then as we do 10 or 20 of those, that gets weaved into the next iteration and the next iteration, next iteration. It really helps us determine what's going to get us to an 8 or a 9 or a 10 on our score that really says, oh, this is something worth building for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and also it really requires you to have a long-term vision, because you're going to have to start testing way before it ever hits development if you actually want to implement everything. So it also adds some vision and all that kind of stuff to the board. But I don't know, we get a lot of things wrong, but I feel like this is one thing we do exceptionally well, is work closely to our customers and get a lot of input and feedback.
I never do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe you mess up.
I have to balance the scale, so I screw up on purpose.
My wife might have a different answer to that question, but.
Well, with that said, I think this was a great episode. At least we recorded something for everyone to have and to see where we're at. But before this gets too long, appreciate everyone and for your time. And if you're excited to see anything about Micah or anywhere we're going, feel free to hit us up, and we're happy to show you and walk you around and do an interview with you and kind of help us pick the new direction of the company. So appreciate it. And it's not that far of a departure. Like for anyone watching this, this is not like the sky is falling.
It's not. I don't want to say it's not even like
this is a natural iteration on the next generation of Masset. It just makes perfect sense where we're going.
Yeah, well, it's not. I would just say it's a new feature set, right? Like it's a new expansion of what we're doing, right? A new. I don't even say direction. Direction's the wrong term. It's just a new, growth.
It's what people want from Masset. It's the next. Yeah. It's 2.0. It's just that's what 2.0. It is. Yeah,
new version. Yeah,
love it. Okay, thanks, Tyler. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Ben.